In AD 2101, war was beginning. What happened?
Somebody set up us! The bomb!
We get signal!
What?
Main screen, turn on?
It's you! How are you, gentlemen? All your base all belong to us. You are on the way to destruction. What you say? You have no chance to survive. Make your time.
Captain!
Take off every zig! You know what you're doing. Move, Zig! For great justice.
There's a lot of games out there, some of which you've never even heard of. That's where I come in. I'm Lucious T. I've been playing games since the age of 2, and I have no life. This is retroactive.
Zero Wing, the Toplin shooter we sadly never got here in North America. I knew nothing about this game. I didn't even know that the all your base are belong to us. I don't know when it entered the zeitgeist, but at the time it did, I had no idea it had anything to do with the game. I didn't know it had anything to do with the game until probably around 2015 when I started learning about all these Japanese translated games that we didn't get. Zero Wing being another one of them. Although I think there was a PAL release. Anyways, Zero Wing is a side-scrolling shooter, and it is balls hard. Now, this was the Toplin re-release that I think Castlemania Games and Retrobit did. Regrettably, I only got the Zero Wing. I kind of wish I'd gotten the whole collection now, but I already had Truxton. So to get Sky Shark and whatever the other one is, I don't know. I regret it. I should have got them all. Now, when the game's put in, I don't know if it's supposed to be this way, but it defaults to easy, which I'm glad it did. Because I went through the game, and the first 6 stages I kind of breezed through. It's got a very generous continue system, as well as a very generous restart system when you die. You get 1 hit death, and once you die, you lose all your upgrades, but you start pretty close to where you were at the very beginning. I only had one time where it sent me further back, and sometimes even if you die going forward, if you hit some magic zone, it'll then restart you past where you even got. And you have 3 different types of attacks. You have a machine gun, which is the red, you have a laser attack, which is the blue, and then you have a homing attack, which is the green. You also get a little speed boost, and you get a little projectile bomb you can shoot, which that's kind of the big gimmick here, because the A and the C buttons both shoot, but the B button is a tractor beam, and you can grab weaker enemies, or maybe enemies once you've weakened them, and grab them and then shoot them off at other enemies. Now, I really like this idea, but they really didn't do much with it, at least in the skill level I was at. Not much of it was needed, except for the level 7 boss, which we'll get to. But I also didn't realize that you have to stack these power-ups in order to make them more powerful, because they go in a row. So you're going to get a red one always. The first time you hit one of the tankers, you're going to get a red one. You're going to get these 2 little satellite droids, and then get a multi-machine gun. And you need to get the red one first, because if you get the blue one before the red one, let's say there's 2 side by side, if you get the blue one, you're going to have just the normal laser, and then if you go grab the red one, it's going to turn it back to the machine gun, but you're not going to get the little droid dudes. So you got to get the red one first, and then I didn't even do this in my playthrough other than one time when I had the green shot. I managed to get through 2, so I uncovered a red one, I uncovered a blue one, and I got to another green one. I'm like, oh, I wonder if I get another green one if it powers up the green weapon more. It did. It did. And I've seen footage of someone else who's much better at the game playing it, and their green bullets were freaking sonic boom waves, so I can only imagine how much you can actually stack this. But like I said, if you die, you lose all your power-ups, so I stuck with just base weapons, whichever one I got. I kind of cycled through all of them. Some encounters I found the laser more helpful. Some encounters I found the homing missile more powerful. The machine gun was probably the weakest in my opinion. It didn't have any of the benefits of the other two because the laser's more powerful. The homing one made it so you don't have to look at your enemies. There's no way to switch back and forth in this game like there was in Thunder Force. And some of the levels, they're a little brutal as enemies come from behind you. But still, all in all, stupendously fun game. Really enjoyed it. The intro, of course, is legendary. The music is terrific. I really enjoyed the music. And then I hit a wall when I got to stage 7. And stage 7 is pretty brutal. Now, some of the earlier stages had some of this going through the level maze, avoiding walls, but it wasn't too tough. And I actually found the bosses of each stage to be pretty easy. I would have harder times with the mini bosses than I had on the bosses. Go figure. But then stage 7 hits, and I'm like crawling through molasses. It's taken me so long. I probably got through the first 6 stages in an hour, and stage 7 probably took me an hour and a half to get through. But I persisted, I got better. I got the stage 7 boss was a little difficult, but I finally got the rhythm down. I'm like, alright, I got to stage 8. And the way the game works is when you beat a level, you get to the next level with the current weapons you have. So it makes, you know, if you don't die, you get more powerful and makes it easier. Well, of course, I get to stage 8, immediately die, and this is one of the most difficult gauntlets in a game I've ever faced. Because you get up there and you have these little dudes that shoot lasers at you, but then they shoot these whip around rockets that home in on you. So there's no safe place to be at any point. You have to constantly be moving, and if you just died, that means you have the machine gun and you don't have the droids, so you just have one bullet, and you're going frantically to try and get the upgrade, but when you get the upgrade, you have to worry about the rockets flying into you. And even once you get past that part, if you somehow manage to get the droids, you have about 8 or 9 or 15 more of these things you got to avoid, so you got to kill them at first, but if you hit them head on, their laser hits you, and like I said, one hit deaths. This section was so difficult, I might make this a noob gamer challenge. That's how hard it was. I was on this for a long time, and it's one of those things where it doesn't even encourage you because you get wiped out so fast that it's like, is this even possible? Somehow, I managed to get through it, and not even get through it, I got to the, like, that's the thing, is you get to the next checkpoint, because the checkpoints are so generous. So I got to the next checkpoint, and from there, the rest of stage 8 wasn't that bad. Once again, the boss battle I found pretty simple. Once I got the laser, I managed to knock him out pretty quickly. And then I got the little California raisin ending, which was fine. I might go back and play it on harder difficulties, but still, especially because now that I know the power-ups can compound and get more strong. But yeah, enjoyed it thoroughly, really good, especially for the first shooter I've done this month. It was just a pure, real kind of just no gimmicks, no nothing shooter. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time. And yeah, it's funny how much I'm really starting to like these things. It's for someone who talks about how much they love gameplay, that's all you get in these. They're nothing but gameplay. Gameplay, learning, and rinse and repeat. As far as the rating goes, I give it an 8.5. And the translation, I give it 10. But yeah, 8.5 is what you get. As far as pick it up, emulate it, or skip it, the physical cartridge is not going to be cheap anymore. There's really not much. Mine, I think, is like $200 something. So as much as I'd say pick it up, if you can find it cheap, wholeheartedly pick it up. But actually, no, it's still worth it. Pick it up. Just kidding. Emulate it. And there you have it, Zero Wing. Really fun game. And, you know, the best thing this game let me do is that intro that I did at the beginning. Yeah, even better. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm really liking these shooters. I like the sense of accomplishment getting through it, even if it is on easy mode, because these games aren't easy. So yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Let me know what you think of Zero Wing. Let me know if you picked up the copy, if you picked up the Copeland kind of re-releases, if I'm an idiot for only getting one. And yeah, it's been so great getting a hold of you guys. Take care.